today we're going to try and answer the question, can a juicer actually juice anything? Oh, look at that. Oh, that does work. Cheers for watching. See you next time. I'm only kidding, you know, this is a Barry video and I want to have some fun today. So let's have a little look at this. We've just sort of seen it in action. We've got like two little compartments here with a meshy sieve thing. This isn't a sponsored video, so I can say what I want. But yes, this is a masticating one. You've still got like your plunger, you've got an auger in there, but it does actually work slower. Some other juices you can get, they whiz it up really, really fast and you end up with that foamy drink, which is where I hope you'll agree that is actually pretty darn smooth. And I did push the pulp in. So as always, like most products, there's always good and bad reviews. So in the interest of fairness, let's look at some good ones. Francis T, 5 stars, best. Fantastic product with a comma on the end rather than a full stop. Violetta, 5 stars, good. Excellent, without the C. Just so excited to type excellent, I'm gonna forget the C. Nasser El Khatib, 1 star, very bad product. It's the worst product you can be. I love that. It's almost like a little bit of life advice. You could be a juicer if you really put your mind to it, but it's the worst. Maybe become an air fryer. And there's this real humding and it's such a big review, I've got to read it like this. From Amazon customer, 1 star.
Truth be told, we were swayed by the concept of healthy living. My wife had raved about this juicer, but honestly, I was more enticed by the marketing. After a year of trying to use it, I've realized that cleaning this juicer has become more time consuming than actually making the juice. It would have been far more convenient to go to Joe and the Juice, enjoy a freshly squeezed juice, and avoid the mess of cleaning this machine.
Hey! Seatbelt! Good lad.
Honestly, the thought of cleaning this juicer outweighs the actual enjoyment of making the juice. This machine is not user-friendly at all. I love the look of the machine, the marketing, and the promise, but it's not practical. I am a real person. I'm not AI, by the way. Although that is the kind of thing an AI would say.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my dramatic reenactment there. I have to say, putting it together is extremely simple, but yeah, cleaning it is a bit of a problem, but it's not about that today. I want to have some fun. Our first breakfast is a little shout out to the Americans that kept raving about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I've never tried it, so I got some online. And hey, I'm English, and if you can't guess what the other breakfast is gonna be, this is gonna be a nice intro if this is gonna work. And I think it could be gorgeous. All right. Oh, no. Ah! So this might need to be a bit of a quick one. All right, that's better. God, it stinks. I feel like I've burnt the motor out already. That does not bode well. But yeah, let's see what this juice tastes like. Oh, there are some specks of cinnamon in that. That is what I want in there. Nope, that just tastes of milk. In fact, when you have cereal sometimes and you leave it in the bowl, it infuses flavour into the milk, right? That would have tasted better than that. Oh, wow. That's almost like a putty. That must be why, because all the flavours in that tastes like a flapjack crossed with a Biscoff. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the result we got. I actually prefer the taste of that. However, we can redeem ourselves with a proper breakfast. Oh, we've got some beans, sausage, tomato, bacon, fried egg, and some toast. Yes, that's right. We're gonna be trying to put a full English breakfast into our juicer. Oh my gosh. So I was just off camera thinking, maybe I should help this and slice it up because the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, genuinely, you heard that noise, nearly broke it. But we saw at the start what it did to celery and a whole apple. So we don't want to help it. It should break this down easily. So it's the sausages there. Oh my gosh. I'm so hungry as well. I didn't have any breakfast because I said, oh, I'm going to be drinking well today, not eating. So let's get this. This is all fitting in. Look at the fried egg going in. Oh, wow. And then the beans. There we go. I've got my plug stopped so we can churn it and really get that juice. I think this is going to work better than a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The taste? Yeah. I actually don't need to plunge that at all. Oh, what the heck is that? To be fair, that might actually taste quite nice. I'm not getting much juice at all. There's There's one bit of bacon that's just stuck there that for some reason doesn't want to get juiced. Look, can you see it in there? It's hiding. I forgot my toast. This might push it through. I'm gonna do like little smaller pieces. I didn't butter it, so I've got some lumps of butter out of the fridge. Oh, that is churning that up. And it's pushed the bacon through. I think it looks ready. Oh, that's quite thick. Well, it's quite orange. I guess that's gonna be the beans. Oh my gosh, it's actually got a fair bit of movement in it. That is English cooked breakfast juice. And it smells like it too. I mean, I've got to try this. It literally smells of sausage. Wow, that tastes a lot better than I thought. It's like a savory smoothie. Like, because it's so smooth, it goes down really well. I'm not saying you make this, but it's all cooked through. It's slightly warm and there's something nice about that. After a few more tastes, the primary flavor is it's like a smoky bacon smoothie. You're getting every now and then hints of sausage and egg and beans and tomato and toast, but that's because it's in there. But what about this puree that we're left with? It looks like a sausage stick. Whoa, that tastes like a sausage jerky that hasn't fully dehydrated. It's like medium rare jerky. But does a full English breakfast juice? Surprisingly it does. I actually prefer that to the cinnamon toast. Time for lunch. I might have spent the last 45 minutes trying to clean bacon out of that machine, but for lunch, how about a lovely salad? Cue the relaxing music. Look at that, that is crazy. Wow. I'm really excited to try this. I thought this would work quite well. The colour, look at that, is a bit weird, not gonna lie. So I intentionally put a bit more dressing in it just to give it a little bit of movement. I love it. You've got all the specks of the salad in there, and that is so smooth. That was a honey mustard dressing, so I was hoping for that sort of scent, but no, it just smells like freshly mowed grass. Ugh. If anything, it's a bit sour and bitter and almost like sort of muddy taste. Oh wow. Bizarrely, because of the texture, it reminds me of broccoli, and with the honey notes there, they're quite sweet. So it's like a honey broccoli in like an edible dry form. But we'll do another lunch. You know, we did the American cinnamon toast crunch when I've made peanut butter jelly before. A lot of you guys have said, you got the wrong stuff. So I sourced the right stuff, and we'll see if a peanut butter jelly sandwich juices. So for this one, I actually wanted to just put the bread, the peanut butter, and the jelly. This is it, Concord Grape Jelly by Welch's. A lot of you guys said to get it. Ooh, was that for spreading? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I would say it's quite similar to jam still though. Whenever I said it, people are like, no, that's not the same. But like, maybe it's like a slightly thicker consistency. I'm gonna make two, just because I've got a feeling this is either gonna break the machine or it won't make very much at all. And I think also as a backup, oh, that's really fun. That makes it really easy to pour. I'm gonna keep some of this jelly to one side because it's the only thing that's really gonna give it any sort of moisture. If it's any sort of success, it might just push it all out as some sort of bread out of the pulp end. Okay, I wasn't sure whether to cut it into strips, and thinking about it, this second one is so much more bread, it might dry it out even more. We'll see how one goes and take it from there. All right, so I've got extra jelly there if needed. I've sliced the sandwiches up just a little bit so they'll fit down the chute. Not even really needed a plunger. The gravity's done most of the work. I'll tell you what, it's blooming doing it, watch. What's that? But from what I can see, I'm not getting any juice out. I'm basically just getting a streamlined peanut butter jelly sandwich that's growing. Maybe that'll help. I tell you what, there is something there. Not very much. All right, look how smooth that is. Whereas this, it's like bread. It's made its own little loaf, look. Wow. It actually smells like the peanut butter as well. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is an extremely sweet with a sort of nutty, chalky texture to it, like a smoothie. The dominant flavor is the jelly. I think that extra moisture we added really did push that through. It was struggling, but that peanut butter taste and maybe some of the oils from it have really pushed and stayed within that. Like bizarrely, the two that I thought would be like a massive epic fail, the cooked breakfast and this, have actually been my favorites so far. So, time for dinner. Thought I'd get myself a little microwave lasagna, and as we know, Mike recently exploded. I haven't replaced him yet. But in the house, we pretty much have the same model. Might be the actual original Mike, if you were. Italian style beef lasagna, rich beef, tomato, mushroom, and red wine ragu. All right, what do we think? Is this gonna work? I think it will. It's all steamed up, but it's there. Oh no, look. We've got no juice so far, but that does seem to come second. We've got something. It is a different color. Right. It smells amazing. It looks very tomatoey. It was either this or pizza, but I quite like the idea of just going, hey, do you know what? I'm in a bit of a rush. I want a microwave ready meal. I fancy drinking it. It's not even moving. It's gone really thick. Oh, come on. Ugh. Ooh, that's not bad. But what you're getting is sort of like a mellowy tomato taste that's definitely had a lot of cheese in it. It tastes like a melted cheese juice, but with like the texture of like extremely ground up pasta. I wonder where that's come from. Running through it, which has made it like not really a juice. It's kind of like more the texture of a custard. That's actually all right. What the heck does this taste like? It looks like rubber. Oh, there's beef in that. That's really nice. That is gonna take an absolute age to clean up. Right, let me get that done, because for our other main, we're gonna get even more creative, steak inception style-y. So what happens if you cook a steak, sliced it up, and juiced it? Oh my gosh. Oh no, look. I think I'm making mince. Ah! Okay, we're getting something. Yeah, this hasn't turned out how I liked. Oh, that tastes pretty good. But we use this to glaze our steak. That was kind of fun, and part of me was like, I should keep going and go and buy more steaks. If this works, comment down below if you want to see a follow-up video with that. A steak within a steak within a steak. I mean, it could be a mistake, but hey, I did season it with salt and pepper, so this should be great. This and this, probably one of the only solid foods I've had all day. But I gotta go back to this, like, it tastes just like a really high quality, semi-hydrated jerky. Whereas this, that is exceptionally intense. So this brings me on to our two desserts, one of which you might have seen whilst I was cooking this steak. The other one is jelly. If you're interested, jelly in the UK doesn't tend to come in sort of a powdered form like in other countries. It's almost like a highly concentrated set jelly already. You get it in different colors, with different flavors. This is black currant. But what you do is take a bowl, got some boiling water here. If I can pour it all in straight. Dollop it in. Beautiful, so that's nice and dissolved. And ironically, this is hopefully what I want our juicer to do to it. But of course, it's got to set in the fridge. All right, see you later, mate. So this video isn't sponsored, right? There are some much more serious ones about for reviews of it if you want to see it. But I can't deny, we have put it through some serious work today. But its job is not done yet. Will we get all of the moisture out as juice? Will it just fall through? Will it extract the gelatin as a pulp? That's the ultimate dream, but I don't think it will. Oh, now that is a very, very strange sight indeed. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Maybe we should have just done a fruit salad. This one, which is now coming through a bit more, is way paler than this one. Well, I think that's enough of those shenanigans. If anything, it looks more like a slush puppy machine right now. This is our juice and this is our pulp. So all the flavors kind of potentially gone here, but the juice is more like gelatin. Yeah, so unfortunately for our juice, oh no, it looks like dentist water, and the pulp, it's like churned, and yeah, okay. I'm on the juice diet, but I don't have much. I just have shots of it. Ooh. Well, that tastes beautiful. Like, it tastes like it's had the gelatin, like literally like we've hoped for, removed. I feel like this is gonna taste exactly the same though, but how and why? Because of the color difference. Like, if anyone knows, let me know, sorry. Yeah. That tastes stronger and it's firmer. So maybe this extracted some of the water, like it juiced it. What? I mean, it's not bad. I think we actually just did effectively juiced jelly because that was more diluted. It was a nice sweet flavor still. But I think the best way of showing you is like literally the color in it. I mean, it's gone, but like the difference there was crazy. Speaking of crazy, you might remember recently I did a 150-hour chocolate cake. Earlier, I took it out of the freezer, sliced off a wedge eventually, and that has been sitting there at room temperature for the last few hours. And in fact, here it is. I think it's fairly firm, but I think that will juice. I genuinely do think this will work. I don't know what the chocolate chips are gonna do. Let me clean this up for one last time because I fancy some 150-hour chocolate cake juice. Oh my word. I'm doing it without the machine on because it's fairly rigid and I might actually have to use the plunger for this one, but there we go. Oh, it's pulling it down. So far, nothing's coming out of it at all. The pulp is first. I think it's really not liking the filter. Like, that's completely rigid, but I am getting something, look. I don't think I'm gonna give this much longer though. It's been going for about 5 minutes. This is possibly the worst one of all. I mean, it's just completely seized and that's our pulp. Which of course, with the juicer, is not really what we want. Although we've been finding sometimes this stuff is delicious. And to be fair to it, we wanted the juice. There we go. Oh gosh, what's going on there? There's a bit of that's a mixture of the mousse, the cake sponge and the ganache. Okay, let's try this, shall we? Oh my word, that is like a chocolate brownie milkshake. Unfortunately, I think the filter in it has eventually given up and pushed some of this sponge through. The pulp, however, what is this gonna be like? Oh, very, very rich. It's like the sponge and the mousse have just gone together and be like, let's just be like some sort of crazy superpower. Oh, and like the steak idea, although this doesn't work so well, I was thinking you could do like a mousse within a mousse within a mousse. I've learned something today. It juices. It juices a lot of things I didn't expect. I think out of all of it, the one that really caught me out and that I actually really liked, maybe not my favorite taste-wise, but just that it worked, was the cooked breakfast. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and always wear your seatbelt. Goodbye.